Hello everyone, welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. So I have some new molds to try for you today. I have 7 animals and a great way to try them and continue trying my journey of 60 new colors mica powders from Let's Resin. I have 7 more things I could try. So I have a cute little reindeer. I got these because of this little cartoon elk guy. So I saw these little animals and I didn't know if they would be quite as cute. This one seems to be, some not so much, but we're gonna do them anyway. So I'm going to do this little reindeer, coral red, because I haven't done these colors yet. So that's what that one's gonna be. This is a wolf. He's going to be done in coffee. This is a lion, and I'm going to try copper. Now, once they're done, I'm going to try to embellish them to make them a little more interesting than just mica powder. This, I think, is an elephant. I'm not sure, but it appears to be an elephant, and I'm gonna do it in gray. This one here, whoops, this is like a faceted teddy bear. So we're gonna do him in bronze. Let's see what that looks like. This one is a rabbit. I'm gonna obviously do the rabbit in white. And this is the unicorn I did the other day, but I'm gonna do him again just so I could test another color. And this is actually an interference purple that they have. See that purple shimmer in there? So I figured that would be a good one to try on there. I have written down how much each one holds. So I will tell you as we go. And I think I'm just going to do a couple at a time because total it's like 12 ounces. I don't want to mix up 12 ounces at once. So I'm just going to mix up maybe three or 4, and then mix those colors, get them poured, and then mix the rest. So let me get some resin mixed up. I started with 8 ounces, and that's going to get me these 4. So I've set the other 3 aside. And I'm just going to start with this rabbit. So we're going to, oh, I hope I didn't open them. I thought I opened them all. This one is just the white mica powder, no interference color at all, because I want to see what the white looks like. I hope there's a little bit of shimmer to it. I'm not sure that there is, though. We're going to find out. So that is the white. And okay, the rabbit holds 1.5 ounces. So I will let you know, hopefully I'll remember on each one, I'll let you know how much each one holds. I mean, individually, they don't hold hardly anything at all, but when you're doing all 7 of them, obviously you're gonna need some resin to do it with. So it looks pearly. It didn't look like it would be inside the bottle, but it's pearly, so that's good. I just want to mix it well because I always have some little powders left over, and I don't like that. And what I'm going to do is spray inside each mold. I hope these are dry because I did measure them earlier today. So I'm just going to get a good amount of alcohol in there to alleviate any bubbles. Now this is my casting resin. This is the 24-hour cure because I wanted it to flow nicely down into all the little crevices for all these animals. Like tails and things. Well, that didn't fill it completely up, so I might have miscalculated somewhere. But that's okay. Hopefully his tail's full, though. Almost full. I don't want half a tail. Okay, I think the tail's full. That's what's important. Let's see. We're going to do this interference purple. And of course I didn't open it. which means I didn't open any of them. Okay, so it looks white in there, but when you put it in your resin, it's gonna have a purple sheen to it. I thought that was fitting for a unicorn. Move that aside. I may dump a little bit of clear into that rabbit because his feet aren't filled up. Let me do that because I'm not worried if that elephant doesn't get completely full. So one of these are going to have a little too much. Okay. Because that's got a flat bottom no matter what, but this one had feet and a tail I needed to fill, so I definitely wanted that one to be full. See how that purple sheen is? Isn't that pretty? So you get, I think, 5? I didn't count. I think you get 5 interference colors in this set. Really pretty. I think I'm going to put just a tad bit more in, only because I want an extra amount of sheen and purple in that unicorn. I'm still thinking on how to finish them all. I guess I'll know more when I unmold them, what I can do to them, but I'm definitely not going to just leave them as mica powder pours. You know I can't do that. I just can't. It goes against everything in me. All right. I'm going to spray in the tail. I think oh, that's on the outside. And pour it in. I am pouring just a partial amount, and I'm going to squish it around his ears. The last time I poured him, it was the casting powder, and I lost an ear. And I had to glue the horn back on, but it worked out in the end. And this one, yep, perfect amount. His tail's all filled up. Gonna pop my stick in there and make sure there's no bubbles in there. Get the very last amount out. All right, the next one, let's do the little reindeer. The only reason I think he's a reindeer is because he has 2 little antlers up there at the top. See those? So I'm pretty sure he's a reindeer. I need to move these back so they're out of my way on the next pour. Move those. Get that. Let me move that. Sorry, guys. Bear with me. A little bit of powder floating on the back of that one. Okay, this one was for the reindeer, and this is called Coral Red. We'll see what that looks like. So far, I love all the colors that I've used. There's not one that I don't like. They all have a purpose and a place. I mean, not very often do I use coral red or oranges or yellows or golds or coppers. So eventually I will use them all in other projects, but there's a lot of colors I don't generally use all the time. Sometimes I wish you could just buy your favorite colors and you don't have to get all these sets, but most people don't do it like that. That is very pretty, and it does look like coral. It's very, very pearly. It's really pretty. I love it. All right. Hopefully this alcohol will get down in there because he's got lots of little bits to fill up. see, I'm just going to squish around his ears and his antlers before I pour him up. Hopefully there's enough in him. Now he has a different kind of, what? I'm completely off on this one. I need some more. I need more. I'm gonna have to dip into my stash over here. Gonna need a little bit more, and then I'll probably have to mix up a tiny bit extra when I do the other 3 so I can fill in my elephant mold completely. I don't think he's gonna be full now. I don't know how I totally miscalculated. It was probably just separating it, not really with the water. I know I did it right with the water. That should be good enough. Yep, perfect. This one and one other one. Oh, the rabbit is made of a softer silicone than the others. So I don't know if it's because they would be harder to unmold than the others, if that's why they use a softer silicone, or what the deal was with that one. So I have just about 3 ounces left in here, and I think I need 3.5. So we shall find out, but that's okay because I'm not waiting in between. I'm just gonna pour this one and I'm going to mix up the rest. So I'll just do a little bit of extra. This one is gray. Of course, it's not open yet. I'm going to grab a bigger stick. So I'm using, actually, I want to reuse this cup. I'm going to get a paper cup. I want to reuse this cup so I can remeasure for the last 3. I think if I'll mix up an extra ounce when I do the next batch, because I think I'm going to need it. A good bit of gray in there. I don't use gray. I've never used gray mica powder before. So this is a first. You don't need to put it through your vacuum chamber when you're mixing mica powders in or glitter. So there's no need to take any bubbles out because you are not going to see them. So that's a nice step that I save when I don't use alcohol ink or clear or anything. That's really pearly gray. Really pretty. Okay. Let's spray this one down. Trying to get in all those extra pieces, parts. This is the biggest one of them all. And I'm short just a little bit. I don't really think it's going to affect it much though. Just have to trim the bottom a little bit more. This one holds 3.5 ounces. The antler or the deer holds 1.25 ounces. The unicorn holds 2 ounces. The rabbit holds 1.5 ounces. I don't know which ones I forgot to tell you about, so I just go through them all with you. that's good enough. I don't need to fill that up. I'm not worried about that. All right, let me mix up some more resin. So I mixed up 5 ounces of resin to do the rest, and I literally only had 5 ounces of resin left in my jugs, so it wasn't that perfect amount. This one is coffee, and this one is going into the Wolf. The Wolf holds 1 ounce if I measured correctly. So I'm just going to mix up a nice amount of coffee. I did pour a tiny little bit more into the elephant to help fill him up. So if I'm short on one of these, that's why I'm short. So no big deal. That's really pretty. Pearly. Okay, let me get some alcohol down in his nose. Let me get it in his ears, because that looks like it could be a problem. I'm going to move him back a little bit. Yeah, I could have probably used this extra tiny little bit in that elephant mold. The next one I'm going to do, we'll do the lion. The lion holds 1.5 ounces, and we're going to do copper, which of course is not open. My hands are so sticky. Oh my goodness. Thank God for gloves, even though I hate gloves. So this is going to be the copper color. These might all be similar. The last 3, copper, bronze, and coffee, they might be very similar. We will find out when they are cured. All right, let me spray down in his face. Probably too much in there. That one's perfect. What did I say? This lion is 1.5 ounce. And the teddy bear is going to be 1 3/4 ounce. I think I mixed up 2 ounces though, so I think I'm going to just add a slight bit into there. I need to open up this one. It's called bronze. Ooh, this one's going to be nice. It's going to be really pretty. Looks pretty metallic-y. Whether it is or not it cured, I don't know, but look at that in the resin. Ooh, I love that color. That color is gorgeous. Look at that color. I've never used bronze before. Okay, let me spray him. And get him poured right here. Oh, that is so pretty. That's might be one of my favorites. I just want to squish his ears a little bit. Right down in his feet. Perfect amount. So I used 8 and 5. So it took 13 ounces instead of 12 and a half. So I was half off somewhere. I guess for the elephant. So what did I tell you? The elephant was 3 and a half. The elephant was probably 4 ounces. Look at that gorgeous color. Okay, guys. Spraying them. Be back when cured. It's late the next evening. Don't get mad at me when I tell you I've unmolded them without you. I'm sorry, you guys, because I just spent 2 hours or more embellishing them so they look pretty for the reveal. But before I do that, I just want to make a little announcement to anybody that might be interested. I had a custom order come in for a set of coasters. I did these coasters on a video a while ago for someone else who did take them. Somebody saw them, loved them, wanted them. Pre-made again exactly, but a little different. So these are the coasters that I made on a video not too long ago. All the horses with the sparkle dust in them. And there's 4 of them. The only difference between these and the ones I did on the video are these have sparkle dust in the back and they're clear. This person decided not to answer my emails for about a week. So I am going to be posting these on my eBay channel or my eBay store if you want them, because I don't need them and they are already made for that person. I don't know how else to get a hold of you. So if you're watching and you didn't check your email, I emailed you multiple times. So I do need to get rid of them because I don't need them. So they are made. They are all clear with sparkle dust front and back. There are a couple bubbles that came through because it's clear and there's no way for me to know that, but they are the back. So you won't see them anyway. And I did add some cork to kind of distract from those. So these are completed. Check my description page. They will be linked there if you want them. So that's for that. Now for the extras, I will show you what I made before we get to the little guys. 2 pendants. Now I took 2 of the copper colors. I think it was coffee and bronze. I mixed together and I got these 2. Put a couple little charms on there. UV resin, done. And then I have one set of matching earrings. So one of those pendants will go with this set of earrings. All these things get sent out for free with any orders from my eBay store. So let's get started with the big reveal. So remind you, it took me a long time. I hope you like them. I'm going to go from my least favorite to my most favorite, okay? So my least favorite, because I'm not a big fan of wolves, and this one was coffee. I want to show you the mica powder. This is the one we used. And are you ready for the reveal? Oh, I want to tell you what I did. So I used these 2 sets of markers. Both of them were gifted to me. I don't even know what I would do without them at this point. And then all these colors here were gifted to me too, not too long ago. I don't even know what I would do if I didn't have those. So I used a combination of these and some of the ones I already had. And I put some on each of them. Ready? All right, this is the wolf. How do you like the mica powder, first of all? I think it's pretty good. I do have some micro bubbles that came in, but that's almost unavoidable in those kinds of molds. So I put some crystal eyes on him, painted his ears black, his nose black, and I put a little bit of bling on his neck. So I didn't want to bling him up too much. So these are going to be going as a set as well. If you want these, they are in my eBay store if they're still available. So that was the wolf. The lion was done in, wasn't the bronze, copper. So this is the copper that I used. And here he is. So I blinged up his ears and his eyes. Then I took a gold paint pen and I just kind of outlined all the facets. I don't know that I like that, but I did it, and it does come right off with alcohol. So if you do decide to purchase this set and you don't like that, take some alcohol, rub it right off. But I put a nose and a mouth on him. So yeah, this was my next least favorite. Let's see. I'm going to show you the teddy bear. He's adorable. So I like all the rest of them. This one was the bronze. I absolutely love this color. So I'm going to show you from the bottom. I did trim all the bottom so there's no sharp edges. And here's him. Isn't he cute? He would look really pretty with like alcohol ink and clear, although underneath their chins, which is almost impossible to avoid with mica powder, I did get bubbles because that's where they settle when they're upside down in that mold like that. The bubbles can't really escape from the head, so they end up in the chin. But you can't see them from this way. So I blinged up his ears and his eyes, gave him a nose and a belly button, and I put some black claws on him. So he came out so cute. I really love him. How about the reindeer next? The reindeer was done in coral red. And he came out cute too. I trimmed his bottom. And here he is. I blinged up his ears and his feet. I colored in his antlers. Now he had little circles on his head. So instead of coloring them in, I just put some rhinestones on them. Gave him some green eyes, a couple eyelashes, a nose and a mouth. So that's the little reindeer. All right, let's do the rabbit. So the rabbit was done in the regular, just pure white mica powder. And here he is. So I blinged up his ears, I gave him some eyes, a nose, and a pretty tail. I also gave him a few toenails painted pink. So that is the bunny rabbit. What do you guys think? Are they adorable? And then we're gonna do the elephant. The elephant was done in the gray. So this was him before I trimmed the bottom, and this is him now. So I put one rhinestone at the top of his trunk. I gave him some eyes and some eyelashes in silver and black. And then I finished off his feet and his toenails with some rhinestones. There was a line underneath his eye that is kind of sitting out. I don't really know what the line is for, so I just colored it with the silver as well. So there's the elephant. He's got little ear wings. He's super cute. Super blingy. All right, I have one left, and that is the unicorn. And the unicorn was done in the interference purple. And he came out really, really pretty as far as the coloring. So here he is. So I put rhinestones across his feet. I gave him some purple toenails. I put some rhinestones in his nose. I guess they're piercings. I don't know. I gave him rhinestones on his eyes, inside his ears. I did his horn with different colored rhinestones, so that goes all the way around. Then I outlined all of his curls, and I put some pink rhinestones in there on his tail and on his head. His mane, I guess you would call it. So that's all of them, you guys. I think they came out so cute. I hope somebody enjoys this whole set. And thank you guys for coming in to watch all these. I know it might have taken a little bit of time, but was it worth it in the end? I don't know. I think so. I think they are just adorable. So I will get you some final pictures. I will see you tomorrow, and I hope you guys all have a blessed day. Bye-bye.